Welcome everybody to round number 2 of the 2025 European Quadcross Championship. Let's have a look back at round number 1 just 2 weeks ago in Kremlin in the southwest of the Czech Republic. Harry Walker came into this weekend with the red plate, but Patrick Turini seemed to have the pace as he looks to reclaim his crown that he lost at the end of 2024. Mark McClernand and Marcus Thompson were right in the mix, but unfortunately for the Ulsterman, he would have mechanical issues and he is looking to come back stronger in round number 2 here in Foxhills. Turini took 25 points from race number 1 and he would end up with a 1-1 finish to take the red plate away from Kremlin ahead of Harry Walker and Mike van Grinsven. Round number 2 of 5 for the 2025 European Quadcross Championship, and we find ourselves in Swindon in Wiltshire in the southwest of the UK. Swindon, once a small market town, soon became an industrial hub with the arrival of the Great Western Railway. However, we are here for one reason and one reason only, and that is for the Quadcross racing. Coming into this weekend is Patrick Turini with the red plate, and we spoke with him before the weekend. We're here with Patrick Turini. He was a champion 2 years ago and he comes into this weekend with the red plate as well. Patrick, it was a perfect first round for you, wasn't it? What do you think of the track this weekend?
Yeah, the first round is perfect for me. This track, it's crazy, big jump. I think it's too fast, but I'm happy. I like the track like this, and we'll see.
It's the first time in the UK for 2 years as well, and of course you went really well last time, so do you think you can take the fight to Harry at his home GP?
Yeah, it's hard to... I think this weekend I have a good battle with Harry, but 2 years ago I win in England. I hope to win again, but I think it's hard this time.
Carl Robin Rillo is a former red plate holder within this championship, but he had a difficult time just 2 weeks ago. We're here with Carl Robin Rillo, number 741. He's a former red plate holder in this championship 2 years ago. We come into the UK, you had a good few races in the Czech Republic. You got the whole shot twice, but it didn't quite work out in the end. What can we do this weekend to see you on the top step?
Yeah, hopefully we have learned from the lessons. We have made a few changes to the quads and in my mentality also. So yeah, hopefully the changes we made will result in the better races. So
you're only a teenager as well. Let's not forget that. How are you so mature at such a young age?
It really comes down to just mental clearness, because I also went to school 1 year earlier. So I have always compared myself to older people. So it comes down to that probably.
And we can see that you can apply that to the quadcross racing as well.
Yeah, but at a certain level it's better to be young, so the injuries repair faster, and I don't think about the consequences so much, so that also helps, yeah.
I spoke to one of the other riders earlier on today. They said that this track is big jumps and you need to be quite brave as well. What's your take?
I don't know, I wouldn't say it's really big jumps compared to other tracks I've been to, but it's really fast track and the uphills and downhills are really dangerous, it could be, so yeah, it takes a lot of bravery in that aspect.
And the big question, are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, of course, the organizers have put a lot of work, so it looks really fun, and yeah, we're looking to take the first place, so.
On board with Harry Walker in the first half of this Foxhill circuit, let's have a listen to Mark McClernand for his opinion on the track. We're here with Mark McClernand. Not the best time 2 weeks ago in Kremlin, but we're here. It's a home round essentially for you here in Foxhills. The track is quite narrow, it's hard packed. What's your take on it?
Yeah, for sure, it's nice to have a home round, even though it's still probably 10 hours for me to get here, but it's for all the British people, so it's really nice. But yeah, the track's really good and nice hard pack, but I think the conditions today is going to be better than yesterday. It was very dusty, and yeah, we'll see. I think it'll all come down to who gets a good start, and we'll see how we get on.
The trouble we can see as well, it's quite a narrow circuit, so how important is that start?
Oh, definitely. Like, start is probably going to be critical. Like yesterday, I think, even you could see like Harry was in the lead in the first lap, made a mistake, and he dropped back to, I don't know, about, I'd say top 10. The two of us got tangled at one stage, and like to come back through, it's very hard to make any margins on this track. So I think the top 10 on this race will be quite close, especially in the first half of the race.
We can see just here as well, we're getting towards the end of the lap, but just how big some of these jumps are, and these aren't even the biggest. How do you contend with that?
Yeah, the jumps are here are good. Like this, the one we're coming up to here is like a triple down the hill, and then you triple up the hill. And to be fair, it's a brave jump, but yeah, you just have to contend with what comes your way, you know.
This weekend we had a packed lineup. Christopher Tavera, the four-time runner-up in this championship, was making his first appearance of the 2025 season, and we couldn't wait to see what himself and the rest of the crew could do. Randy Naveau was the quickest man in the qualifying race on Saturday, ahead of Patrick Turini and Manfred Zienicke. But for this first race, it was all eyes down to the gate, and from the inside there, it would seem as though that Patrick Turini made the best start as they filter into this first right-hand 180-degree corner. Manfred Zienicke momentarily second place, but Harry Walker would carve to the inside and move up into that second position, thus relegating the German down into third place. But Patrick Turini had his work cut out, because Harry Walker at his home round would not want to be defeated, and they would battle throughout the course of the event. Christopher Tavera was here this weekend as well, looking to capture some of that momentum and speed that took him to 4 Vice World Championships in previous seasons. But again, he would have his work cut out too, because Randy Naveau, Harry Walker, Patrick Turini, they seemed to have the momentum. There were incredible battles all the way through the field. But the Dutchman, number 11, Mike van Grinsven, would soon find his way through the field, relegating Mark McLernon with the number 741, the young Estonian of Carl Robin Rillo, waiting in the wings. This circuit has such a narrow nature and such a technical characteristic that it was quite difficult for some of these guys to make moves, but it was Mike van Grinsven who seemed to have that in his pocket and use it to his advantage. Patrick Turini led Walker, who was keeping a close eye on the series leader to establish where he may be able to make a move, and this would go on throughout the first half of the race. Harry Walker, second in the championship as we come into this second round, with a 2-2 finish just a couple of weeks ago back in Cramelin. He wanted to put things right in front of the home crowd. Into the latter half of the race now, and Harry Walker, he had had enough with a decisive move up the inside of the red plate holder coming into this weekend. Patrick Turini was quickly put down into second place. The Italian, try as he might, he tried to retaliate, in fact, on the British rider and moved to the inside there, but Harry Walker was having absolutely none of it, and they made contact with Patrick Turini almost toppling over on his number 15 Yamaha, and that would bring him right back into the clutches of the Belgian Randy Naveau. Walker would stretch out his advantage at the front of the race, with Turini having no defensive rest and now having to make his Yamaha as wide as possible in front of Randy Naveau. Harry Walker was romping away with the victory at the front of the field. Tailenders coming up to be lapped by both Patrick Turini and Randy Naveau, but they would play no part in the outcome of this race. This was going to go all the way down to the checkered flag. Back at the front, there was no stopping Harry Walker in his quest for home victory as he took 25 points with absolute class, precision and style in front of the home crowd. The air horns were going frantic, the crowd was going crazy for Harry Walker, but the battle for second went all the way down to the end. At the conclusion, by the time second place came round to the checkered flag, it was Randy Naveau ahead of Patrick Turini, who had hit the cruise control button to bring home 20 solid points. Rounding off the top 5, it was Mark McClellan ahead of Manfred Zienicke, but Harry Walker, 25 points as he went in towards race 2 ahead of Naveau and Turini. Christopher Tavera, Mike van Grinsven followed. Outside of the top 10, Carlis Naja, Marcus Thompson, Jordi Nicholas Gieler, Yuri Brel and Laurenas Mikalauskas.
Hi, it's incredible, you know. I took my time, I bided my time, I seen where I was better, I seen where I was worse, I worked on where I was worse, and to get that pass was nice. And then I see Randy was creeping, but I put the work in at the beginning once I passed Turini, and I managed that gap really well, I thought. But no, to win it today after 7th gate pick yesterday, no, I'm over the moon. I'm like you say, I'm a little bit lost for words. To have all my family, support, friends, the home crowd, it's actually incredible, and I can't thank everyone enough for coming out. The WSC guys and Brad for bringing the event here. It's amazing for us GB riders.
Ouais, j'avais une bonne vitesse, mais j'ai fait un mauvais départ et je suis parti vraiment dans le groupe. Et j'ai vraiment eu du mal à remonter. Il faut vraiment que je travaille mes départs pour pouvoir gagner des manches. Et voilà, je suis content de faire 2, rien n'est joué. Si je gagne la deuxième, je peux gagner le général, donc impeccable.
Let's take a look at the machinery it takes to run at the front of the European Championship.
So this is my Yamaha 450. I choose this engine because one, it's the only engine that's really available to us now in the quad industry. But yeah, let's start with the controls. I use a Behringer front brake. We use the calipers down below as well. That's got the best feel to it. That's what I like the most, and they work the best. Here we have the throttle. As you can see, I choose for a twist throttle. Personal preference, growing up on a two-wheel motorbike is probably why I use that. But a lot of other riders are using a thumb throttle, which it has its pros and cons like anything that we use, but I personally choose the twist grip. Here we have the kill switch. This attaches to me and then onto the bike here. If we pull this one out, it stops the engine, so in case of a crash or emergency, we use this, which is a safety on the bike. Coming over here, we have the clutch. I choose Works Connections. It's easily adjustable, as you can see here. They're the best out there. They give me a good deal, and that's what I choose for. We use the clutch a lot on the track, so it's very important to have a good clutch. Inside the engine, I also use a Hinson clutch, which is the best here. As you can see, I have the Hinson clutch cover here. They're the best clutches out there, and they're very reliable, and they're durable as well. They last a long time. That's it. That's my Yamaha YFC 450R. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and we'll see you soon.
Bradley Skeets is steeped in the sidecar motocross tradition. His father was an international world-class passenger. I've known him since he was a little boy. He's not a little boy now, I can assure you. But he is the organiser behind this fantastic British Grand Prix and a staunch member of the Waterlooville Motorcycle Club. Bradley, how difficult has it been pulling this lot together?
Yeah, very difficult, very, very difficult. Just the terrain, where it's steep hills, very, very hard to dress the track and to build the track. So it's good. I'm happy with how the weekend's gone.
The amount of effort you've put in speaks volumes, because I know you're pretty much a one-man show, and with a lot of help from friends, of course, but it is a fantastic Grand Prix. All the riders have said the organisation is superb. How do you feel about that?
That's what we're trying to do, make it as good as we can, and the feedback we've had has been incredible, so that's what we tried to do, so task complete.
2 years ago, you ran at Cusses Gorse. That was difficult with the weather. The weather's been very, very kind to all of us this weekend, has it not?
We planned it well. No, it's been great. I mean, we've had to put a bit of water down the track, but we've had natural rain through the night, so it's good. It's good. We're happy.
Tell us about the history of the Waterlooville Motorcycle Club, because it's got a long tradition, right?
It has, yeah. Started in 1928, and it's been going ever since. Obviously, still going now, very strong. We don't do much other stuff other than motocross and a lot of old bike ride runs. But obviously, my father was a big part of running the Ken Hall Trophy for many years, and that was obviously when I was a child. So it's gone from there, really.
Walker looking to repeat race 1 success, but would he have his work cut out with such strong opposition? Could he do it again? Randy Naveau, second place in race number 1. He had the first gate pick and would line up on the hard right-hand side alongside Patrick Torini, Manfred Zienicke, Mike Van Grinsven, and Carl Robin Rillo is on the second row. Away they go then, racing towards that first turn once more. It all funnels into a very tight 180-degree right-hander. Randy Naveau momentarily had the lead, but Manfred Zienicke quickly retaliated and took the whole shot ahead of Patrick Torini. Zienicke, Torini, Naveau all tried to escape from Walker, but Harry Walker with the number 1 on his Yamaha was hunting them down at a rapid rate of knots. Torini, second position for the early stages of the race, would soon depose Manfred Zienicke as the race leader, and Randy Naveau would soon follow suit. But Harry Walker was right there with them, as was Mark McClellan inside the top 5. A good showing for the number 919. As we came towards the end of the first half of the race, Mark McClellan and Christopher Tavarian were arguing over 6th position. The 4-time vice champion made a decisive move for position, but after being shown the berm, there was no comeback whatsoever for Mark McClellan, the man from Northern Ireland. A popular overtaking spot around that right-hander, lots of camber to use for all of these guys, but Christopher Tavarian, he had 6th position, and Mark McClellan would not come back. In the meantime, Randy Naveau, who was second in the first race, he took the reins on the race and had very consistent pace towards the end of the event as well. But Patrick Torini seemingly had second wind and hoped to mount a last lap challenge. Randy Naveau was on the ropes, looking over his shoulder at every opportunity, and Torini got to within a bike length of the Belgian. Unfortunately for the number 15 Italian of Patrick Torini, it was to prove to be to no avail, as the Belgian took victory by less than half a second. Walker would cruise home in what transpired to be a relatively lonely 3rd place, but still, his philosophy for this season and to hold on to the number 1 play is to remain as consistent as possible. Randy Naveau, Patrick Torini, Harry Walker, they were the top 3 in race number 2, with Manfred Zienicke and Mike Van Grinsven rounding out the top 5. Carlos Niger, Mike Verboven, Yuri Brell, Laurenas Mikalauskas and Aaron Haslett, number 19, rounds out the top 15. Torini with a 1-3 finish. He would take 3rd position overall, and he was pleased.
It's a long week for me, but I'm happy. The race was super hard. The second moto, I increased my speed and tried to stay behind Randy, but I finished second. I stay points leader, and I gained the red plate. I'm super happy about this.
Despite not taking victory in front of his home crowd, reigning champion Harry Walker was absolutely delighted, and he closed the gap in the championship.
overall, I'm happy with the weekend. I kind of lost the toe on them two when I was stuck behind McLaren and Manfred, so I kind of lost that gap. And and then I was by myself for the rest of the race, so I didn't really have much to push for. But no, credit to those two boys; they were quick in that one. But yeah, I know what I need to do, and no, overall, I'm happy with the weekend. To win here at the home GP is pretty cool. But no, second overall, I think today, and on to the next one in Poland.
Even if Randy Neville decides to do the rest of the championship, he's lost a complete round, so that really shouldn't be a problem.
No, definitely. I mean, he's lost a lot of points, so I'm not sure if he's going to do the next two rounds. But if he is in the next few rounds, and if he is, then it's going to be good competition between the top 3-5 of us. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Poland, and overall good weekend, and thanks for all the support and the home support around here.
First appearance of the season for Randy Neville, and with a 2-1 finish, he took overall victory.
C'est super de venir et de gagner ici. J'étais vraiment content de venir ici à Foxhill pour la piste vraiment extraordinaire. Et de gagner, de faire 2 et 1, c'est super.
Et le terrain, vous aimez le terrain?
Oui, j'aime beaucoup le terrain. C'était pas évident à dépasser, mais voilà, c'était la course, c'était comme ça. Et voilà, tout s'est bien passé. La machine a super bien marché. Et de gagner aujourd'hui, je suis très content.
Félicitations.
Merci à vous.
2 rounds down, 3 to go, and it's Patrick Torini who holds a 3-point advantage over Harry Walker, with Mike van Grinsven still there in 3rd position. Manfred Zienicke and Carl Robin Rillo round out the top 5. Randy Neville into 6th position after just 2 races complete out of the 4 so far. Mark McLernon, Marcus Thompson, Christopher Taveren and Yuri Kasper. Everybody has had a great weekend here in Foxhill for the 2nd round of the 2025 European Quadcross Championship. We hope you've enjoyed it back at home, and we still have, don't forget, 3 more rounds to see who will be crowned 2025 European Champion.
We never stop, still going when you finish. And even when we bleed, still believe that we can win this. We got what's underneath, you're all about that image. We never even stop at the top, no limits. Champions, and we're the champions. And we're the champions. And we're the champions. So bring it on.
It's only 3 weeks until round number 3 of the European Quadcross Championship, and it's a happy hunting ground in the north of Poland in Gdansk for the Ulsterman, Mark McLernon. He took a 2-1 finish last year, but it was Harry Walker who was 2nd overall. Join us on June 14th and June 15th live on fim-moto.tv, and we will have access to all sessions, qualifying and racing, live on the fim-moto.tv website. We'll see you there. But from myself, in the meantime, Bradley Higgs, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you there. Bye-bye.